Well, that's globalism in a nutshell, right? Because globalism is effectively people who are detached from the common man's issues, making problems, profiting from it, and then all of the mess gets dumped on the common man. That's what basically happens every single time with every single thing they do. And it's really interesting because the argument is typically, oh, they want a better life and, they need a better life. I understand they want a better life. I'm not blaming them. But letting them in your country because they want a better life is like letting someone in your house because they want a better TV. You can't just let everyone in. Especially what's most crazy is what you let some in and not others, or you let everyone in. Is everyone going to just abandon the planet and just move to the West and it's just going to function somehow? Is that how we see these things? But I guess the two things we're talking here is very interesting because the most primitive, I would guess, and that's perhaps the wrong word, the most essential female biological impulse is reproduction. The most basic thing a woman should want to do is have children. And the most primitive male biological function is protection. Like you just said about your son, he wants his sword. We have women who don't want to have kids and we have men who don't want to protect society. The fact that men are not marching in England right now saying we must protect all our schools and protect little girls as opposed to just advocating to allow in a bunch of military-age males who can beat the shit out of them is really incredible. It's truly incredible. It's amazing they've managed to psyop men to give up all of their protective instincts. And then they've psyoped women into not want to have children anymore. And they've replaced these with some warped version of something else. I mean, I guess it's the first time I'm saying this. I guess I'm just analyzing on the fly. But I guess these men marching in these anti-racism riots, I guess it's satisfying their protective instinct because they feel like they're protecting the immigrants, maybe? I don't know. And they're afraid to protect their own people because they don't want to be deemed racist and they can't defend their opinion. But it's really interesting when you say straight homos because you nailed it. They're like, you meet men and they're like, oh yeah, and they're supposed to have a wife. They're all just gay.
Yeah.
They're all gay.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you can't do anything. And I could beat you up. That's why I'm like, hey, I'm sorry to tell you this, that your father's a straight homo. You know what I mean? Like, I know that he is straight sexually, but also he's a homo.
Yeah.
And in that 90 sense of like, there's nothing he can do here. And he knows that.
Yeah.
And so I do also want to, in closing, commend you on something, which was so crazy. So there was this person who was doing like a bunch of digital content. I thought his content was amazing, got into touch. I mean, figured out that this is like a young school kid, like basically essentially like 20 years old, like just turned 20 years old. And I'm like, dude, you're a hustler. Like, where did you learn how to do all of this stuff? Like, I'm going to hire you. I'm like, what school did you go to? Harvard, Columbia, Hustler University. I said, excuse me? What's Hustler? I went to Andrew Tate's school and I learned how to do all of these. I mean, this kid is going to make a killing. I mean, I'm telling you, he's going to make an absolute killing. It's like around the clock.